Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about solving equations using multiplication and division. So let's get started. Take a look at the last video's practice problems as a reminder. And now here are the answers. For number 1, we have b minus 5 equals 12. We have to add 5 to both sides. These two cancel out. We have b on its own, 12 plus 5, which equals 17. Now for our check, we substitute b with 17. 17 minus 5 equals 12. We get 12 on both sides, and that means they're correct. For number 2, we have c minus 7.5 equals minus 5. We have to add 7.5 on both sides. They cancel out. C is left alone. Equals minus 5 plus 7.5. C equals 2.5. For our check, we substitute c with 2.5 minus 7.5 equals minus 5. I just switched minus 7.5 in front of 2.5. It doesn't really matter, but I just did it for my comfort. We get minus 5 on both sides, which means we are correct. Now, for number 3, we had to write an equation from a word problem. We have, while holding his cat, Ben steps on a scale. The scale reads 155 pounds. Ben weighs 131 pounds. What is the weight of the cat? I have the variables on the left side. You need variables, but it doesn't matter what letter it is. I just use C for cat, B for Ben, and T for total. It doesn't really matter, but I just use these. But you absolutely need 3 variables. And now this is how you form it. C plus B equals T. C plus B is the weight of cat and Ben together, and T is the total weight. Now I substituted it. Ben's weight is 131, and the total weight is 155. Now we're going to subtract 131 from both sides. They cancel out. C is left alone. Equals 155 minus 131. Now we get 24 pounds. So the cat weighs 24 pounds. Now for our check method. I substituted C with 24 plus 131 equals 155. Now we have to add them both, and we get 155 on both sides, which is the correct answer. Now for number 4, we have last month your bill for long distance phone calls and internet service was $52.15. The internet charge was $20.65. What was the cost of your long distance calls? LD is the cost of long distance calls. I is the internet charge, and T is the total. Now for our equation, we have LD plus I equals T. Now I substitute I with $20.65 and T with 52.15. Now we have to subtract 20.65 from both sides. They cancel out. LD is left alone. 52.15 minus 20.65 is 31.5. Now for our check, we substitute LD with 31.5 plus 20.65 equals 52.15. Now we have to add them both. 52.15 equals 52.15, which is the correct answer. Alright, now let's get started with today's lesson. We have solving equations, but this is not addition and subtraction like it was in the last video. This is multiplication and division, as you saw in the first slide. I'm going to be telling you guys how to solve multiplication and division equations. Now we have 18 equals minus 6y. When a number and a variable are together with no space between, that means you're multiplying them. When there's a fraction symbol like this, it means you're dividing them. That's just a clarification. Now, how do you actually solve this? What's the opposite? What did we do in the addition and subtraction video? We had to take the opposite of the addition number or the subtraction number, right? So now we have to take the opposite of minus 6y. We have to divide it, right? Because they're multiplying this, and now we have to divide it. We have to do it like this. 18 over minus 6 equals minus 6y over minus 6. We're not going to carry the variable because we need to get the variable alone on one side. That's not we're doing minus 6y divided by minus 6y, 18 divided by minus 6y. We're just doing 18 divided by minus 6 and minus 6y divided by minus 6. Now 18 divided by minus 6 is minus 3, and these two cancel out, minus 6 and minus 6, and we get y. Now, we have x over 5 equals minus 10. X, this is division, correct? So we're going to be multiplying it. We have x here because we're multiplying this and they cancel out. X equals minus 10 times 5, and we get x equals minus 50. Alright, now we're going to be talking about solving an equation using a reciprocal. This only applies when there's a fraction with the variable. This might be a bit tricky for beginners in the beginning, but after you get the hang of multiple problems, it's going to be easy. Alright, so we have minus 3 over 5x equals minus 7. So a reciprocal is basically the opposite, but not in integers. It's the form. The opposite of minus 3 over 5 is minus 5 over 3. So we just switched the numbers and x here. So these two are basically the same numbers, right? We have 3 here, 3 here, 5 here, 5 here, minus signs here. So they cancel out. Like, canceling out doesn't only apply to like whole numbers and like integers. They also apply to fractions. So these two cancel out. We have x alone, and minus 5, 3, the opposite of minus 3 over 5x, also goes on the other side, which is times x, times 7. We're not carrying over the x. Now we have to multiply 5 over 3, negative 5 over 3 times 7, and we get minus 35 over 3. That's our answer. You don't really need to get into a decimal if it goes extended, but it's okay if it's just a fraction. Now we have 4 over 8h equals minus 10. Now the reciprocal is 8 over 4 on both sides. They cancel out. X is alone. 8 over 4 times minus 10 is 20. Alright, now for a real life application. The record low temperature in Arizona is 1.5 times the record low temperature in Rhode Island. What is the record low temperature in Rhode Island? We have the record low temperature in Arizona is minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So these are the words. Again, we are taking the equation out of the problem. The words are: the record low temperature in Arizona is 1.5 times the record low in Rhode Island. The variables: let R be the record number in Rhode Island. It doesn't really matter, but in this case, we have minus 40, the record low temperature in Arizona, is 1.5 times the record low is R. Now, this is our equation. And we have minus 40 because this is multiplication. And we learned in a couple of slides ago that we need to divide if there's like a multiplication. So minus 40 over 1.5 equals 1.5x over 1.5. Now, minus 80 over 3. They cancel out. Minus 40 over 1.5 is minus 80 over 3. Now, do these practice problems that we will review in the next class or video. We have solved the equations, multiplication and division, addition. Also, don't forget to check your answer. And we also have solved the equations using a reciprocal. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, and we will make sure to answer them. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys understood how to do solving equations using multiplication and division. If you didn't, that's okay. I will be reviewing the answers in the beginning of next videos. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to smash that like button and feel free to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.